I remember you saying recently that you're expecting in September, October that they're going to maybe
Raise
bump it
rates
up again. Yeah.
two more times. And there is one person that like I do like anytime he does say something, I have to like lend credit to it. Like some George Gammon had said like he thinks it's actually a farce that we're not increasing rates anymore. But if that is the case, what's called Jerome Powell has said that they're basically going to keep rates at where they're at well into like next year, basically. So I expect the high rates to last up until something about like the halvening around there. So something about like early quarter 2, we'll start getting rates dropping. We should get 100 basis points. So this is the first time where like crypto's this freaking big, and we're lowering rates now. Like we're basically going to get like 200 basis points of rate drops, 24 and then 25. So we should be in the low threes basically by like end of 25. So it's one of the only times I'm kind of thinking like it actually can we might like it's a really weird. I don't want to say super cycle, more like extended cycle. Like we might have like Bitcoin and Ethereum might have topped out already, but like the alts are still like chugging along basically into 25, because if they keep lowering rates, it's like, so why would we crash? Things are getting cheaper to borrow money and borrow. It's really weird. And whatever president ends up winning, they're going to be passing all these stimulus packages and shit and everything like that to like because we've been in a recession since the middle of last year, even though they don't want to admit that. Like the White House has changed how they report a recession, which is crazy to me.
Yeah. Well, that was the only way they could actually make it so we weren't in one, right?
Yeah,
Change the rules,
it
change
changed
the.
it changed the
Yep.
definitions, right?
Oh yeah.
But so okay, so that's you and Hex, right? And obviously, in terms of a hexagon, right? I'm about, like, Hex Jesus is about to put you to the seminar right now, right? But like so as a hexagon, right? Were you a guy that did ladders? Were you all like a guy that wanted everyone staked out? Did you want liquid and then staked, or what was your strategy during the Hex times?
Yep. So it was a ladder. It was a
Okay.
strong ladder. That's really what it was. It was every 6 months, pretty much for almost forever. Right. I've got stakes coming out every 6 months, like clockwork, and
Got
then you
it.
just keep rolling them, see where it's at. Like right now with these ones, if I got one that comes out during these times, 5555, blast it out. Because why am I going to sell? I mean, yeah, I'm not selling at these prices. That's for sure. I've seen it 50 times higher, so I'm waiting till I see that again. So let it
Yeah.
ride. Yep.
Some people will say, and like this is kind of why, like, I kind of like, it's kind of funny to me. I mean, like what Richard just today tweeted, like, hey, Amazon's dropped 95% down, and then they did all these gains and stuff like. Come on, you
Yeah.
guys. Like, come on, you guys. Like, we've been on this rodeo before, right? But it's like I feel like there's a lot of people in the Hex community. I mean, we just had today, like, shout out to Crypto Coffee. He says he's getting so tired of these fucking drama queens in the Telegram chats.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people in Telegram chats just talking a lot of shit, and it's getting pathetic now. I mean, it really is. Just because you have a big bag of another coin, like, and bro, I'm a shit coiner through. I mean, I got shit on in the Hex community for being like, how dare you not be a Hex maximalist, right? Like, how fucking dare you, right? But now it's like, I don't mind people having multiple coins and stuff like that, but let's like keep the eye on the prize. We want to stack the main tokens. Um, right?
Kudos to you. I want to give you a shout out because I've always respected you for that. You've always talked about whatever coins you wanted and whatever you wanted and did your thing. And I like that. I respect that.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afraid not to. Even myself, I've talked about coins that didn't do so well and it was not a good time. And that shit happens.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Yeah.
Now, even myself personally, I'm definitely more conservative in what I will talk about and what I won't talk about, because I know people they'll do whatever you say, right? Like if we're not here on YouTube, like if we say don't go to this website, don't do this, oh, they'll do it. Like they're doing it right now. Like we just said it. We told them not to type it in, and they are typing it in as soon as we're done saying it. So I understand that, right?
Epstein didn't kill himself.
We're just stating facts here.
Yeah. But just kind of based off that, right? Like let's just be real. Like, everyone wants to grow their bags. They're trying to take shots and stuff. I understand, right? And especially now, it's kind of more okay to be in a token, especially if it's in the Pulse chain ecosystem, right? But at the same time, I also have to respect guys that are a little more on the maximalist side, right? That are like, shout out to RH Max or Wes Scott as well. Like he's like, I'm gonna be touching Richard Hart product. Totally okay. That's totally okay. You can stay on the path that's that's beautiful.
Smart. Yeah.
And I want to
Okay.
shout out Wales Only as well. He's like the only guy out here talking about hex staking anymore. It seems like everyone's completely. That's like. like all the like this kind of why I did like a Island Boy stream. It was kind of fun. Like I did a stream a while back and stuff. That was just mostly just I was talking about people, not just Puerto Rican, the guys in Puerto Rico. I was just talking. There was a couple of specific people out in like Europe and a couple other places. I saw them that they were kind of launching like it looked like to me like they were launching like it looked like a toucan air bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that sort of stuff. And so I was. But I didn't want to give them any names and stuff. I haven't seen it around now, so maybe it didn't happen. But thank God. But there, it was just that sort of thing, you know. Like we've kind of entered a weird like everybody and their mom, right, was like a diehard Hexican in the community. You know, buy Hex, stake it out, 555, Quattro Cinco, baby, 10-year stakes and stuff like that. And like I have no stakes under 7 years. I've got nothing under 7 years, right? And then everyone went transgender, like straight. Like there's no staking anymore. There's like there's no more ladders anymore. It's just like they're like Miguel. Secretly, I'm buying EHEX right now. What? Don't say that out loud. Shut the fuck up. Don't say that out loud. Shh. Better. Shh. Don't say that. No. I'm just buying Pulse Chain and whatever the new hot shit coin of the week is.
Oh man,
and that's what's happened. Like shout out to Wales, man. Wales still talking about staking. There ain't there's like fucking nobody talking about staking anymore at all, right? And I kind of at the same time, I don't see that many people talking about validating as well. That's one of the reasons I do see it here and there, but like because there's a little bit more of a instead of just like it being a couple button clicks, it's more of it's a little bit more. You have to have specific hardware unless you're running a good rig at home and stuff. But it's a little more difficult to do so and stuff. So. I guess going from there, right? We went from like that to like we had one token. Now we have 5 effectively. We're going to have 6 eventually. Gauntlet somewhere in the back of me, but multiple coins, right? And now we have this other part of ecosystems of like these hex friendly coins, like these holy trinities, right? And then we also have these dark triads as well. You know, these kind of really bad shit coins that are on the network and stuff. Shout out, you know, we have a lot of these other fucking coins on here, right? Yep. And it seems like, and I kind of get why on both sides, right? We have both of these, like we have the maximalists in the middle there, and then we have like the holy trinities, and then we got the guys in the down there, right? But a lot of these coins are kind of just not vampiring, but like they're not really bringing new people to the ecosystem. It's kind of like just recycling the same money between.
It's a leverage play. It's a fight between those guys in that pool, right? Like it's like me and the players of this little side game. Like we're going to steal each other's pulse, and whoever walks out of that gets the most pulse out of that group, and then we get to go do whatever. Yeah,
right. Versus like, I've always tried to just stick to my own thing. Just try. That's why So I saw that from the beginning. I was just like, because eventually I left Discord Syndicate, and I was like, well, how can I help the community out? I was like, let me bring people into crypto because that's the hardest thing to do, and then bring people into the ecosystem of their own free will. No, like you have to get into this now. You know, no. Like I never believed in that whole like you know being Jehovah Witness. Open up, FBI. You know, like you know, like knocking on the door is like, have you heard about my Lord and Savior Richard Hart? You know, like no, it's more of like, you know, this is a cool opportunity. If you like to get into it, cool. If not, hey, it's all you, brother. And you attract more people with honey than you do vinegar, but it's just like that's why I'm a little pissed off is they're all focusing their efforts on like multiplying shit coinery and stuff and everything in their ecosystems, and they're not really onboarding anybody from the outside at all.
Yeah, correct.